Alex Eala in line for Coco Gauff rematch in Indian Wells draw. After first round bye, Eala could face world number 4 if she gets past her round of 64 match. Opening her campaign in a tournament dubbed as the Fifth Slam, Alex Eala finds herself in a loaded draw that could set up a rematch with Coco Gauff. The 20-year-old Filipina, now ranked a career-high number 31 in the world, earned a first-round bye as one of the BNP Paribas Open's 32 seeded players, gaining automatic entry to the round of 64 at Indian Wells. Read Coco Gauff acknowledges the love from Pinoy fans in Dubai. Eala opens against the winner between China's Shuai Zhang, number 62, and Ukraine's Diana Yastremska, number 52, in the second quarter of the draw that could potentially see a clash against American world number 4 Coco Gauff in the round of 32. The two last faced off in Dubai, where Gauff delivered a dominant 6-0, 6-2 quarterfinal win against the Filipina. Also looming in Eala's side of the draw are Jasmine Paulini, Linda Noskova, Ekaterina Alexandrova, Clara Tauson, and former Indian Wells champions Paula Badosa and Bianca Andreescu. Meanwhile, the first quarter of the draw is bannered by world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, a two-time finalist still chasing her first Indian Wells crown. She is joined by Amanda Anisimova, Victoria Mboko, Iva Jovic, and Emma Raducanu. World number 2 Iga Swiatek headlines the fourth quarter alongside defending champion Mira Andreeva. The WTA 1000 BNP Paribas Open marks Eala's 7th tournament of the season and her 3rd at the 1000 level, following campaigns in Dubai, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi, WTA 500. She has also seen action in the Philippine Women's Open, WTA 125, the Australian Open, and the ASB Classic, WTA 250, to open her 2026 slate. With the 52-week cycle of her breakthrough 390-point haul from last year's run to the semifinals of the Miami Open fast approaching, a deep run in Indian Wells would be crucial to cushion the impact of the looming points drop. Protecting her hard-earned ranking inside the top 32 will be a key objective as the tour transitions deeper into the North American swing. The Miami Open begins on March 15th, serving as the second leg of the prestigious Sunshine Doubles, the back-to-back hard-court showpieces in Indian Wells and Miami that often shape the early-season hierarchy on the tour. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same, and shall be subject to appropriate legal action/s. Tennis: a new chapter in tennis storytelling. Alex Eala's road to a Gauff rematch in Indian Wells. In the desert courts of Tennis Paradise, the iconic Indian Wells Tennis Garden in California, a compelling subplot is quietly taking shape at the 2026 BNP Paribas Open. It's not merely a tale of seeds and draws, it's the story of emergence, ambition, and the tantalizing possibility of a rematch that could define a rising star's coming of age against one of the sport's brightest lights. At the heart of this unfolding narrative is Alex Eala, the 20-year-old Filipina who has ignited both passion and expectation across tennis circles, and now finds herself in the same quarter of the draw as Coco Gauff, the American star and one of the elite of the WTA Tour. Glowing star from Manila to Indian Wells, a rising tennis star. Alexandra Alex Eala's journey, from her early days as a promising junior to her current position among the top 32 in the global rankings, has been nothing short of meteoric. Now seeded number 31 at Indian Wells, she has earned the privilege of a first round bye, automatically propelling her into the round of 64. Starting from this position, she sits poised on the precipice of a potential blockbuster showdown, a round of 32 rematch with Coco Gauff, a matchup that captures not just rankings and points, but developmental trajectory and personal evolution. Beyond the draw position itself, this moment carries deeper narrative weight. Eala's rapid climb, highlighted by her return to the WTA Top 40 and a signature run in earlier events this season, reflects unbridled potential meeting opportunity. From stunning performances that punched her into tennis conversation to absorbing victories over established players, Eala has shown that her presence on the WTA Tour is not only real but consequential. Movie camera A rematch beckons. Echoes of Dubai. Earlier this year in Dubai, at a WTA 1000 event boasting some of the game's fiercest competitors, Eala and Gauff crossed paths for the first time in a meaningful match. The result was decisive. Gauff, ranked world number 4, cruised to a 6-0, 6-2 win. Although the scoreline tilted strongly in Gauff's favor, the match's significance went far beyond the scoreboard. It was a rite of passage for Eala, a young contender facing a proven star, and a learning experience that could shape how she approaches similar high-pressure moments moving forward. That loss in Dubai didn't weaken Eala's resolve. Rather, it underscored her hunger to grow. Tennis, perhaps more than many sports, rewards those willing to confront setbacks as stepping stones. A rematch at Indian Wells wouldn't simply be a repeat of Dubai. It would be a rematch enriched with opportunity, evolution, and narrative context. It's a chance for Eala to rewrite the script, to revisit what was once an obstacle and transform it into a proving ground. Globe showing Europe-Africa the global stage and growing influence. For Eala, a trailblazer representing the Philippines and Southeast Asia in a sport historically dominated by athletes from Europe, North America, and Australia, every match on a stage like Indian Wells resonates deeply. Her trajectory speaks to the expanding diversity of tennis's global footprint, illustrating that talent and tenacity can originate far from traditional strongholds. As Eala's game continues to evolve, so too does the perception of her as more than a regional standout. She's begun to attract international attention not just for her baseline skills or athleticism, but for her presence, the way she carries herself under pressure and navigates the dramatic ebb and flow of big match play. This rise has sparked commentary from fans, analysts, and even peers who see her as a vibrant addition to the sport's brightest gatherings. Yet, the true measure of her progress might be best observed not in social buzz, but in how she handles moments like this one. Being placed in the same bracket as Coco Gauff, a player consistently ranked among the top 5 globally and a major force at every Grand Slam and WTA 1000 event, is both a challenge and an affirmation of Eala's own standing within the elite tiers of women's tennis. Direct hit, a plotline rich with stakes and potential. What makes this potential rematch so compelling? The story of growth. For Eala, every top-tier opponent she meets teaches something new. Gauff presents an exacting benchmark: precision, power, and poise. Facing her again offers a rare chance to test progress since Dubai. Narrative continuity. Sports thrive on storylines, rivalries, comebacks, revenge arcs. The possibility of a rematch at Indian Wells adds renewed context to what was an early encounter, transforming it from a one-off result into something with emotional and competitive depth. The stage itself. Indian Wells is known as the 5th Grand Slam, not only for its prestige but for the size of its draw.